Welcome to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Kay Cote, and I am your podcast host here at Action Coach in Central Texas. And today on the show, we have Swarna Mohan, co founder of the Full Circle Real Estate. And we're going to be talking all about her business, her journey to business ownership, what she's faced, challenges along the way, and give you a sneak peek into what it's really like to own and operate a business. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications when we drop episodes like this. Hi, Swarna. It is nice to meet you. I'd love to learn a little bit about you and your business.
Hi, Kate. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really feel privileged, to be on the series because I did a little bit of homework on what you guys do, and I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to share my journey with all your subscribers. Full Circle Real Estate is a full service real estate brokerage based in Austin, Texas. We do both residential and commercial, and we started in late December 2022, and we have about 57 agents in our brokerage. And I started this along with my partners. I have two partners, Chuck and Shiva, and the three of us, we had complementing skill sets. We've all been individually involved in real estate for a long time, and we thought it would be nice to bring our goals together, visions together, and start our own brokerage because we all had our ideas. And so that's how we came together and we started. And we are proud of what we have built so far.
Oh, that is really cool, especially when you can find those partners that you can work with really well and build something together. So
Exactly.
tell me a little bit, like, what does your day to day look like as a co-founder?
I would say I am when it comes to time management, I'm not the most structured person. I'm also a mom. I have two kids. So my day starts pretty early. I start at 5 o'clock, getting the kids ready to school. And then once they leave off to school, and I start my work. And pretty much it's filled with a lot of meetings, meeting my agents, meeting leads, meeting with other business owners to see how we can collaborate and work together. I also have a second business. I also do a lot of syndication and development projects. So there's a lot of investors that I talk to, developers that I work with, meet with, to see how we can potentially collaborate. So have a lot of meetings throughout the day. And pretty much my day goes on till 11 in the night. I have meetings even at that late night because I work with different time zones. So yeah, it's work all through the day, in between trying to shuffle between my mom duties and my work duties. But I think making myself available to all these vendors, agents, is what has helped me make me look approachable, and they find it easy working with me. So I think that's definitely something that I have to do because definitely that helps grow my business as well.
Oh, well, that is incredible, especially juggling a lot of different like things going on in life. And so that flow state is so nice when you're working with a lot of moving parts and a lot of people.
True.
And how many employees do you currently have, or do you have employees in the business as well?
Yes, we do have some admin type of employees because we have 57 agents. There's a lot of documentation that needs to be handled, policies, streamlining our process, how things get done when somebody has a question or somebody needs help with the transaction. So we have about 4 people offshore. So we have an offshore admin team because they can work around the clock, and we have about 2 to 3 part-timers and full-timers admin people here in Austin. And so between the seven, we try to get a lot of things done during the day. And of course, when agents have questions, me and my partners, we are available. We try to have meetings where they can come and open up and ask questions about their transaction. So yes, between the agents are all independent contractors. That's how it works in the real estate brokerage field. So between the agents and the admin, we have a lot of people we talk to.
That is a busy day. Kind of like what moving into what makes your business special. What would you say sets you apart with your brokerage in the industry?
I would say I have a lot of experience. When I started I mean, with different things, different niches of real estate. I mean, when you have real estate, there's so many things, right? You have investment properties, you have primary home, you have leasing, you have property management, you have commercial. And when it comes to commercial, again, that's its whole I mean, a big gigantic thing. It has development, it has sales, it has leasing again, and so many different parts to it. So when I started in real estate, I didn't limit myself. I said, I'm going to take up everything that comes, because learning was key. That's how I built my knowledge. That's how I gained my expertise and all the networking and contacts. And you never know when a person you come across would be of help or would be a key a good contact to have, that'll later on be very useful in your business or in the work that you do. So I am always open to, learning. So because I've done development, I've done leasing, I've done property management, I've done property sales and, purchases, and I even do it for myself. That's another way to learn too. I have the big picture. So when I have a client, I'm working with a client, instead of just giving them information on that transaction, I'm able to give different perspective from a lender, perspective from a title company, perspective from a builder. And I think that helps them understand. And sometimes, when things can get panicky, when I give them all these perspectives, it calms them down and they understand, okay, this is natural, this is expected. Because setting expectations to the client is, I mean, that's the best thing you can do for your client, getting them prepared for a transaction, because buying a property is a huge investment. So they need to be comfortable, they need to be confident that, they are doing something good for their future.
Very true. Well, it sounds like an incredible business that y'all are building and have built. And I'd like to know, what is one thing that you wish more people knew about your business?
I wish definitely more people can understand how, what goes on in a real estate transaction. Because a lot of people, I have clients who buy a home and they feel, oh, I know everything that there to real estate. I bought a home, I've done it all. I have all the knowledge. But there's so much that goes underneath. When you're looking for a property, you have to know, okay, what makes one property more desirable than another property? What makes one a better investment than another opportunity? And what to expect, what are the pitfalls. So a lot of clients, I feel they jump into conclusion that, when they bought a property, they understand everything to it. But there's so much more. And so I feel there's a lot more awareness that's needed out there, that people, so a realtor's job is not easy. There's a lot of things. And there's a lot of things you need to know and build your expertise on. And we take time, we spend time, and we sacrifice. We make a lot of sacrifices, not spending time with our family in order to, work with a clientele. So I think a lot more awareness would help clients have a little bit of appreciation of what we do, instead of jumping that, oh, I can do real estate. It's easy.
Definitely. And I know, kind of moving on into marketing, how you show yourself out in the industry. And I like to hear how successful businesses are working in their marketing. So what have been some key successful marketing tactics that y'all have used?
I think when it comes to marketing, we've been more traditional. I am personally, I've not been on social media channels that much. Instagram, Facebook, that's something that it's always on my list, but it gets pushed back. It never gets prioritized, because that is not me. I'm a very, very traditional when it comes to marketing. So for me, it's definitely building relationships, being, talking to the people, meeting them in person, creating that trust, building that foundation. And most of the marketing has been word of mouth. It's all been referrals. All my clients come to me because another client has had a good experience, and they felt that, they can trust when I give them recommendations or when I give them advice on what to buy, what not to buy. And they felt comfortable with it, and they've referred me out. So I would say I've invested more time and money in my clients, in building that relationship, in definitely figuring out what makes them comfortable in a transaction, and trying to get there even before they ask me to do that.
Oh, definitely. The referrals and the those kind of word of mouths are, it's just so incredible, especially in real estate, I feel like.
Yes, and especially when you have so many realtors now. If you see anybody will say, oh, I have a friend who's a realtor. I have a realtor in the family. There's so many realtors. An interesting statistic is when I started my real estate journey, I heard 1 in 100 was a realtor. And I'm sure now it's 1 in 50 or 1 in 30. So there are a lot of realtors out there. So you definitely have to create a niche for yourself and have to set yourself apart if you want to be successful.
Oh, definitely. Well, in terms of organizing all those folks that you're working with, whether they be your clients, your employees, your partners, um, how do you organize that? Do you use like a CRM, or how do you keep everybody kind of in a good working order?
Again, I do things a little differently. Traditional. I'm not a CRM person. I
Mhm.
am trying to get into that Excel sheet. A lot of my contacts, Excel sheet and phone book. But when it comes to organizing my work, I another thing that we do in our brokerage is collaborating. So I love to collaborate with my agents. I don't do any transaction just by myself. Even though it's my lead, it's my own lead, I feel that's the best way for any realtor to learn. So it's an opportunity for me to teach my agents or coach my agents on how transactions should be done. So any
Mhm.
transaction or any clientele that I start working with, I always bring in a team member, an agent from my brokerage. So depending on what the client needs are, whether I would pick a brand new agent or an agent who's got enough expertise so they can handle the clientele's expectations. We form a group chat, a group text, or we do a lot of business on WhatsApp. So we form a group text, and I'm watching what my agent is communicating with them, and they get to watch what I say to my clientele. So it's a win-win for everybody. The client gets prompt responses on all their questions. The agent is learning what I have to say and how I deal with certain questions, and I get some of the work delegated, so I am not spending my 100% on one clientele, because I do have to stretch my time between different clienteles. So I feel it's a win-win, and it's worked out well for me, and everybody's learning from that environment.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. And kind of looking at your journey as getting into real estate, what was like, how did you get started wanting to work for yourself and move away from like that traditional working in for somebody else, and how was that transition for you?
I actually came to this country through my engineering job. I came on a visa. I started as an engineer. My major is actually physics, and I have a
Okay.
bachelor's in electronics also. So that's how I started. For 10 years, I was in semiconductors, a chip design industry.
Hmm.
But when I was in semiconductors, I felt I needed some an outlet for creativity. I felt the engineering job was challenging, but at the same time, I felt I needed to see the impact I can create in somebody's life, or see the impact that I can, or be a role model to the people around me. Try to inspire more people around me. And I didn't want to look at my computer 24/7. I wanted to do something, come out of it. That's what inspired me to start something. And I actually first started with the custom furnishing industry. So I was doing custom curtains, custom blinds. I had my own Etsy store. I even started a store in India, and that's where I sourced all the custom curtains from. And I used to go to people's home, measure their windows, design curtains for them. So that was my creative channel as well. But it helped me learn the service industry, how when you're interacting with people, when you're doing, I'm not even a sales or a marketing person. I think like an engineer. I'm a problem solver, but sales marketing was not natural to me. But definitely my business gave me all that insights. And I think when I combine the problem solving skills and the sales and marketing, without feeling like it's a sales and marketing pitch, but still being there for your client and giving them the service that they need. I think that was a winning recipe for me, and I felt more satisfied personally as well. So when I had my kids and I had my business, I had my job, I had to drop one. The easy option for me was my job. I said, okay, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to try and grow my business. And at that time, it was the furnishing industry. I started real estate more as a personal thing, because me and my ex-husband, we had several investment properties. And we were like, okay, I can manage because I have some more time on my hand. But then it started like, okay, why not help friends, and why not help their friends? And through the referrals, I started getting leads. At one point, my real estate business took over my custom furnishing business. So now I actually transferred it to a friend, and there's a friend running it. But I mean, I've never missed my job. I can't get more job satisfaction than what I'm doing. I don't have Monday morning blues, which I used to have when I did my engineering job. So I think that's the winner for me, not having that Monday morning blues. So I have enough job satisfaction that it motivates me to go 24/7, even sometimes, even if I don't have a social life, it still motivates me to go.
Well, that is the inspiring words of the day for sure. When you can find something that like takes away those Sunday blues and Monday blues. That's incredible. And so we've covered so much ground in this and it's been so fun. I'd like to move into a fun portion of this recording that is
Okay.
our rapid fire questions where I ask you
Okay.
4 questions where you answer top of mind, first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready for some rapid fire?
Sure. Should it be a one word or it can be a phrase?
It can be a phrase. However
Okay.
you feel you want to do it is perfect.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'm
First
ready.
first question is, what is a key to success for you?
I think definitely trying to be empathetic towards everybody involved in that transaction or in that,
Mhm.
work. I think that's the key to, because everybody feels they're winning out of that deal. And I think that's important to me.
Oh, I love that. And what is a piece of advice you have for other business owners?
I would say be adaptable, because when you start a business, you start with a certain mindset, but
Mhm.
then you realize that your environment is so dynamic; it keeps changing every minute, and there's so many changes that goes on. So being adaptable and figuring it out, as you do it, definitely helps.
Oh, that's a good one too. What is a piece of content? It could be a book, a podcast, anything that you've taken in recently.
I would say for me, more, I mean, I do love reading books and listening to podcasts, but I don't get time for that. But for me, the best thing that I learn every day is reading people around me, trying to read what they do, what drives them, what motivates them, what inspires them, and how can I drive my inspiration from that? I think that's what I get to do, but I think that I learn a lot through that.
Oh, very true. And our final question is, if you could rapidly improve one aspect of your business overnight, what would it be?
My marketing, social media marketing. I would love to do that, but it always gets put in the back burner.
Oh, that is one I think that is a constant perplex. And so,
Yeah, for sure.
well, this has been an incredible, fun interview. I've loved getting to know you and your business. How can people find you?
So we do have my website, fullcircle-realestate.com. I'm Swarna Mohan, one of the brokers. My number is 520-223-3722, or they can email me. My contact information is there on the website too.
Wonderful. Well, Sharana, this has been such a great conversation. I have one final question for you.
Yes.
It is, what is most inspiring to you today?
I think my inspiration is definitely, my kids, because every day when I see them walk out of the door, ready to face their challenges in school and with a smiling face, that definitely makes me think about, how can I inspire my kids? How can I inspire them, be a role model, live by example for them. So they inspire me every day.
Oh, that is so sweet. I absolutely love that. Thank you again for your time and being a part
Thank
of
you so
this
much.
episode.
Thank you so much, Kay. It was really fun doing this interview. This is my first podcast interview, so thank you for having me on this, and thank you for making it fun.